So it looks like to me you're looking for a video that's going to give you some good camera settings. The ones that will make you hit air dribbles, ceiling shots, flip resets, flicks, etc. just as easy as the pros make it seem. Well, I think you've came to the right place, because we don't fuck with bad camera settings around here. We only use the best and whatever Squishy tells us to use, because you know he's the best out there, and then we all kneel to his feet. But anyway, let's roll that motherfucking intro.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around.
So camera settings in Rocket League is one of the most important things that you need to be a good Rocket League player. And most of you that are just starting out or have never even touched your camera settings probably look a little bit like this. And we don't want that. That is completely hindering your ability to be able to play Rocket League at a high level. You can't use that. And today I'm going to be showing you just roughly what you should be using. And there is no exact thing. Everybody's different. But I will be showing you like your camera settings, what they should look like on a normal level, you know. So my camera settings looks a little bit like this. It's pretty normal. I used to use Squishy's Muffin's exact settings, and I kind of modified them a little bit to make them my own. Just cause somebody else has good camera settings doesn't mean that they work for you perfect. And I got mine to exactly how I want them, and I'm never gonna change them. And yeah, so if we just go into our options and go to our camera settings, we have a couple of different things here. And if you have Baka's mod, in the top right here, there'll be a link to the Baka's mod tutorial. But I have all these different things, all these different pros that I can literally just click one and then it'll give it to me. So yeah, but you don't have that, and you can only get that on PC. So sorry about you console players. But yeah, field of view. This is what field of view does. It lowers your field of view. And yeah, you don't want nothing down here. Typically, you want to stay between 110 and 100. I like playing on max just because I like to see everything around me. Yeah, and it gives me more awareness. But yeah, that is field of view. Distance is how far you are away from your car. And yeah, this is so if we go to max, then this is what it's look like. Makes your car a little smaller. You basically see everything on the field. And if we bring it down, all the way down, then you're hindering yourself from being able to see anything. You kind of like no neck Ed in this situation. This is not what you want. So if you stay in like a, like the middle range, I'd say 270, maybe get down to 240, or maybe up to 290, 300, maybe you're good. But this is what I like playing on, so I'm going to keep it that way. Next up, we have height. Height, I keep mine on 100, but I'll quickly show you what it does. This is max height, and as you can see, it looks kind of wonky, and you don't really want that. Let's try it on the lowest height. Now, this right here is going to make it extremely hard to dribble, and yeah, you're basically flat behind the car. You can't even see the front of your car. You're literally only seeing like your back wheels and stuff. You don't want that. So if you stay in between like 100, 90, 110, maybe 120, you should be good. Angle, I have mine on -5, and let's try to go up a little bit. It doesn't seem too different, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. As you can see in the background, it's kind of just tilting it up and tilting it down. This is how it looks on the other way. You can see almost all of your car from up here, and this is not what you want. You don't ever want your camera settings to be all the way down or all the way up, because that's just not right. Unless it's field of view, you want that all the way up. But I keep mine on -5 because I feel like this is a comfortable spot for me to do pretty much anything that I'll ever need to do in a game. Stiffness. Stiffness is whenever, like, oh god, I forgot what I put it on. Stiffness is whenever you're turning and like this. Here, this is probably a better way to show you. Let me turn it down a little bit. Let's go to all the way down. Stiffness is like, it's how it follows your car almost. It's like it's following your car. This is pretty much the lowest, and if we go all the way up, you can see it, your camera is following behind the car perfectly. And if you like this, you can have it like that, but I don't really like that. I like mine to have a little bit of play in it. So yeah, let me just show you again what it looks like. That's the completely lowest setting. You can play around with this one. It's not gonna make a huge difference, but I like keeping mine. I think it was somewhere around here. Next up, we have Swivel Speed. Swivel Speed is when you're using your right analog stick to look around. It's this right here. So you got the left one that moves your wheels like that, and the right analog stick moves around like this. So if you're going to get boost, you can look around and still be able to see. That's what Swivel Speed is. And this is all the way up. This is max. It's pretty fast, so it's probably not okay. This is another one of them settings where you can mess around with a little bit, a lot, and kind of be okay. But this is kind of fast. And if we go to really low, all the way down to 0, you'll see what I mean. If I'm using a free cam, I try to look over. Look how slow it is. You don't want that for sure. You don't want it on the lowest one. But if you keep it around like 4, that's pretty good. You can control it pretty easy, and it's not going too fast, not too slow. And yeah, next up is transition speed. Transition speed, I have mine all the way down to 1, and it can go up to 2. This is what 1 is. I'll show you. It's whenever you're going from free cam to ball cam. It's kind of slow, and when you go up to 2, it makes it instant. It's like that. You don't want that. I mean, if that's your kind of kink, then I mean, yeah, but I don't see how somebody would play like that. But this is another one you can mess around with. I recommend not having it all the way maxed up. Yeah, you don't want that. I keep mine on 1. Put it on 1, you'll be fine. But yeah, that is pretty much all the settings for your camera settings. You really got to mess around with it. You can look up online pros camera settings and find some really good ones. But I recommend like picking one of theirs, copying them, play around. If you like it, keep it. But eventually you're gonna modify it a little bit, and you're gonna become happy with what you like. You're gonna find something that works for you. And I haven't changed my camera settings in I don't know how long, like a long time. I've kept my camera settings and they work for me. I can play good, and yeah. So if you enjoyed this video and it helped you, please leave me a comment below. Tell me it helped you. And I know camera settings is a very, very crucial part to your Rocket League experience. If you don't have the right ones, if you're using default, just God help you. That is not what you want. You got to find your own, like I said. But yeah, if this helped you, please leave me a comment below. Tell me that it did, and make sure to leave me a like or a dislike if it didn't help you. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.